just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. I am back, y'all. I am back from yard. It is mid-August, and so much has happened in this month that I kind of didn't have the capacity, the energy to do something last week. So I showed you guys the episode that I wanted to post from time. But I'm now back and I'm dealing with a lot. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's cool. You can ask me and I might tell you. But a lot is happening and I'm just trying. I have the capacity right now at this very moment, but I'm not sure if I'll have the capacity later on. So I decided, let me just do an episode real quick. Let me record it. Now that I have like internet. Still dealing with like limited internet. So I thought, let me just do it. So shout out to my homie. So I'm using his glasses too. But yeah, I wanted to have a fun episode, kind of, sort of, because it's actually something that has me thinking, especially in the past, like this summer. My gosh, summer is gone like so. So I was able to head to Taste of the Danforth last week, and I really wanted to talk about it, but I saw it go. But what happened was, between Jamaica, Taste of the Danforth, and all that stuff, I'm thinking like, wow, there's a lot of things that are going on in Toronto or in the world. And I'm just trying to figure out how to use these, like, to have these experiences, whether it's having experiences, buying things, or going on like a short trip or something. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be fun to have this episode. So a lot of, I'm gonna try to have 4 different topics that I can talk about. And hopefully, like, some of you guys can relate, or if you can't relate, then I don't know what to say. Because I'm pretty sure, like, if you think of it this way, has there ever been a time where you spent $1,000 or you were given $1,000? How are you going to spend that money? Are you going to use it with buying stuff, especially like food and things? Are you going to go based on stories, like buying experiences? Are you going to use that $1,000 to get back your time a little bit? Or are you just going to keep it and save it for a rainy day, right? So that's kind of the angle that I want to talk about today. And don't worry, I am going to add some realistic things. I got my articles, I have it all set, but I wanted to have a little bit of experiences that I had in Jamaica or overall in life, and then articles and all that great stuff before I go back to my responsibilities. However, before I do that, I'm going to do a quick commercial, because it's been a while since you guys see me or seen any of these commercials that I have. And man, StreamYard is very unique these days. So hopefully you get to enjoy it as much as I do. Okay.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment, Alex discovers FitnanceIQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to FitnanceIQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow, and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. FitnanceIQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit FitnanceIQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. FitnanceIQ. Simple steps, big results.
You're watching Things I Wish I Knew About Money with Kamille Smith. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, and we're back, and we are back. Okay, the banners. First things first. I'm trying to think if I've been keeping up with my rituals. I'm still drinking water. Oh man, and I don't know if you guys can hear it. Downtown is wild. But that's all good. Let's start with the first debate. So the first debate around here, I'm gonna see if everything's good. First debate is buying experiences, right? So this is for my folks that love to travel, that love to go to concerts, that love to go on experiences on dates and all that stuff. These are the type of things where you create stories, you create memories, and these are awesome, right? You're able to have like, I can tell you this, like being away, the experiences I had was amazing. I'll say like it was good and had hiccups. I wouldn't say there was any like horrible thing that happened. So that's like things, and these are memories that I can think, and I've took a lot of photos and a lot of pictures, videos, was able to, go back to I was able to go back to where my parents were born, and I was able to stay where my god family got their like second home and things. So it's like amazing. I'm up in bush chasing goats and everything. So these experiences I can't like you where are you gonna get these type of experiences, right? Or when I go to a concert, if you know, you know. But like when I went to Rihanna's concert, I was like, I made sure I did my hair. I bought this outfit and everything, and I made sure I looked good. And that was an experience as well, and memories. And big up my friend that I was with at that time, because she knew how much I loved Rihanna and stuff. And then like recently, I have been checking out more concerts, but I never figured. I was like, do I really want to go to a concert? I can just listen to this in my car and at home and stuff. But I actually really enjoy going to concerts now. I probably want to do like a karaoke thing for my birthday. So it's like having those experiences. And yes, some of these things are going to cost a pretty penny, right? And that's something that we want to think about. So sometimes you got to adjust how you do your spending, right? So when it comes to traveling, there's more affordable ways to go, and there's more expensive ways to go. Anyone that got stuck with WestJet's strike, my heart's going out to you, because I know someone was affected. I know two people that was affected, but like they nipped it in the butt real quick. But even like that, like sometimes people choose different airlines, so it's more affordable to go. I'm in no say, me not ever take Spirit. I know Spirit just went bankrupt, but me, no way, no how would I have gone back with Spirit because I know how they are, right? So that's one way of seeing it. Concerts. I I have a limit on how much I'm going to spend on a concert. And I think the most that I've ever spent on a concert as of late, I want to say 150. Riri probably would have got more, but I think it was more affordable. I was high up. Um, and the least that I've paid for a concert, that was last year. It was like $45, and I was like, baby, this is worth it, right? So you think about those. So there's like traveling, there's concerts, sporting events. Um, Granted, I did watch. I know a lot of people when FIFA was in Toronto, they wanted that experience, and kudos to them. I think I had a better experience being with like others and like at a bar or something. Like that was a great experience for me, or watching it on the phone because that's how it was most of the time. What else? What other or family activities, celebrations, those type of things. Like those are buying experiences is where it holds a different meaning, right? I normally, I'm not gonna say normally because only a couple of folks get like a great experience for their birthday or celebration. And I'm trying to do better. But like I'm really set on experiences whenever I'm like hanging out with my friends or whatever, because it's memories, and I like to take photos. Yes, I take photos of my food. I don't care. Leave me alone, right? But you also have to be mindful about those experiences because it's like there's sometimes you do an impulse purchase, so you have to be mindful regardless whether you want to buy experiences and stuff. You have to be mindful with these things. Like double check the cost. You don't have to go on a date or a restaurant where you're spending $300 a plate. You don't have to do that. It's okay. You can spend 50, 75. It's okay. There's happy hours, right? You can get the same experience like that, right? So I want you guys to be mindful when it comes to experiences. Like, yes, you can have your experience, but as long as it doesn't hinder you overall, just be mindful about that. And I think I did find an article about that. Moneysense.ca, big up them. Spending money on expenses, be honest, can you really afford it? So then we want to think about that. Can you actually afford these experiences that you're trying to do? I know sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. And the times when we can't, I need us to be more mindful, and just think like, ooh, was this a great idea to pay for? Or can I save my money for another experience instead of just saying YOLO or having FOMO? And I had FOMO this week. I am only human. I had FOMO this week, and I said, "It is what it is." But I am human. I had the money to be able to do it. Slightly. I put the money aside. I should say it like that. I put the money aside just in case, right? And I know a lot of people are more into buying experiences, but I also know that there is another side to it where there's people that love to buy things. This one is interesting because it's the material things that there's some folks that love that. They want to get the best mattress ever, the tip top laptop. um, the best household appliance, or like the newest phone there is and stuff, the gadgets, or a winter coat. Ooh, I shouldn't even say. Why did I say winter coat? Why did I say winter coat? It is summer still, guys. It is still summer, and we want all this warmth. But sometimes we need an umbrella, because I got caught in that. If I don't know if there, I guess it's hurricane season technically, but it was a hurricane this week. And you know what? The universe just basically said, you know what? You need to simmer down. So the rain helped me cool off and regulate my emotions, because I'm trying to keep it cool, but my emotions have been up and down. So I'm really trying to stay grounded, stay sane, and things. So, like, buying things, sorry. See, buying things. When it comes to, like, I'm not gonna say everyday purchases, but like those one off, what makes you feel good. I know a lot of people do retail therapy. And hey, am I gonna knock it really? Like, do you, boo? If that's what you think helps. There is people that like those type of things. Having purchases like that does help. I'm looking at like a research paper, and it's like 32 pages. But sometimes when it comes to happiness, this is how people associate it with. Like, I know people that I'm not knocking you guys, I promise. I know folks that have many shoes, many purses, many perfumes, cologne, um, what else? Um, buy collectives. I get the collectives is better. I mean, I have collections too of things. So yeah, so there's some people that like purchasing things. It's like they're able to acknowledge that they I don't know if it's like a status quo per se, but like they have this thing, or a watch, Rolex and stuff. They have this, they know, boom, I got I made my success because I have this thing. This is what makes me happy. Cool. Cool. So there's some people that rather um physically having that thing in their hand to show that they're good and stuff. And I mean, there might be some things that you receive or get that makes your life even better. So like, yo, the best creation that I've seen in a long time is this air fryer. Oh my gosh. I even use the air fryer in Jamaica, and listen, I can't even snitch on myself with that. I'll just say this: we learn a lot. I realize that there are some things I have to remind myself how to make, or use something that will minimize the mess and how long it takes. So I love the air fryer. Air fryer, I will anywhere me go. I just want an air fryer because those things are so reliable and save time. Save time, right? Those type of things. Or if you think about um, things, I can't think of like another item that I have that was significant at the moment, except that, because that helps, right? But I mean, mattress, laptop. That's essential for my business, right? And a phone. I mean, as long as the phone does what it's supposed to do, then you're cool and stuff, right? So those type of things. But you want to be mindful when it comes to having buying things, because these purchases can also be impulsive, like the retail therapy, having too many things and now you're hoarding, or Is it really giving you happiness? I guess something like that is something that you would want to consider. Like, as soon as you buy that purchase or that thing, it dies down, right? So it's something to think about. It's something to think about. And also, I hope and pray that most of the things that people are buying is not to impress people. Listen, everyone, you don't have to impress people by buying these things that you're not even going to be excited about in a minute, in short period of time afterwards, right? So that's one thing. And then there's people that love to is able to buy back their time. Like that air fryer. Ooh, that air fryer. So ideally what we want to do is outsourcing, right? I am all about outsourcing. I'm all about opportunity cost. I am all about that. If I can, so one of the things that I don't mind with opportunity cost or outsourcing is cleaning, right? So I do have someone that like goes to my grandma's house to clean and stuff. If um, I do want to start the meal prep thing. I do want that opportunity cost away because I know how expensive Uber is. Bonfire on Uber. Bonfire upon Uber. Things like that, right? So the opportunity cost, um, being able to spend more time with family or loved ones. I am not the best with that. I did learn it while I was away that like the breakfast, lunch, dinner, having that moment to be with loved ones, that was pretty dope. I do want to resurface that again. Um, so yeah, that's something that I enjoyed. I think I've been doing that as of late, kind of, sort of. Um, what else? Buying back time. Sometimes having a professional do something is gives you back time, money, and energy at a sense. Because example, and this happened like mostly like during tax season. There were some people that just could not understand what was going on with their taxes. They're like, I'm so confused. Can you help me? And I am all for helping and educating folks about their taxes. But it depends on how many times you're asking me the same thing, especially when I've explained it. But that's cool. That's cool. I'll explain it. However, if it um, sometimes what happens is people will think they know everything, and then it costs them more because they did it wrong. So sometimes you gotta do your due diligence, get a professional to do certain things, so you're not spending more money. Because I've seen where people were just doing their own thing. I think I have a story where someone wanted to do their own taxes because they thought they couldn't. The price was too much. Talk about someone else, not me. Talk about someone else, and then they owed a whole heap of money. And then it wasn't until they went back to the person, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know what I did," and they know what to do. So sometimes getting the professional assistance helps costly mistakes, essentially, right? I'm really big on opportunity cost. Like, ooh, if I could have someone do my laundry, but I'm not, that's a lie. Actually, that's a lie. I So I did get that done. And Yeah, the fact that rest in peace, Sister Winnie. I was like, she taught me how to do it. This time it was an epic fail. I did do the sound a little bit, but I didn't do it as great as I wanted to. And all this, my poor knuckles mush up. So that's the opportunity cost that I was willing to give. So I was happy with that. Um, or Uber, Lyft versus TTC or like I was gonna say ride sharing or carpooling. Carpooling. Oh, I'll take that any day. Tomorrow I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna carpool because why am I gonna take the bus to get to my game? Nah. Oh guys, and I'm back. I'm back. Um, I haven't mashed up myself and I don't want to. Knock upon wood. But I definitely need to build my stamina up because golly. So bringing back time, I guess you can't bring back time with working out and stuff, right? So that I'm gonna have to just do and make do, right? But yeah, those I'm all about opportunity costs. I think this is one of the things where it makes sense. To me it makes sense. Like example, um couple couple months I was grinding hard. I was just working on this project like long hours. I had no time to cook. I was okay getting Uber because I could not catch a break with this thing. So that opportunity cost, I was okay. And most times it was food that I liked. Or even like us sharing the days on who's gonna cook or which meal and stuff. I'll take that anytime. I like to buy that back. Yes, indeed. So at least with that buying back time, you're kind of, depending on the situation, you are. So, example, I'm okay with paying someone to clean my grandma's house or my house because at that same time that they're cleaning the house, I'm working or doing something more fulfilling that's gonna get me more money and stuff. Me, I'm cool with that one, but um, be careful. And I think I've had this conversation with the cost of convenience. That cost of convenience will mash you up. And I know everyone that has Uber Eats um, gets so pissed off with Uber Eats with their ridiculous fees. Kick rocks, okay? Okay. But then we have the last one is keeping the money. I do have an article for that one. Where is it? I know I had it. Can money buy happiness in Canada? Yeah, there's a study that if I must have read that wrong. Research gave 60 people taking part in a study $40 to spend on 2 weekends. The first time they were told to use the money on any material items they wanted, and that was wine, clothes, board games. The second weekend, participants were tasked to use the money to save them time, such as taking the taxi instead of public transit, mow the lawn, and stuff. Um, the group's level of happiness followed both instances of spending and found people were happier when they bought themselves back more time. That one, I know that one's true. So that makes sense. And this is not the one I was looking for. Oh, that's not the one. Maybe that one. Oh, it is that one. Okay. So this is like keeping money. This this might be a different debate. So keeping money, so having an emergency fund, paying off your credit card, putting money into your TFSA or Roth IRA for my Americans, them, saving for an upcoming expense or a trip, or having a travel fund. I think a lot of people should have more of a travel fund, because then you'll realize that you won't be as stressed. If I've been speaking to a lot of people that are on that same path, and I love it. Like one of my friends, he will go somewhere. I ain't gonna call out where you're going. Don't worry. He's going somewhere. He's like, yeah, I told everyone to save up. I give people 2 years advance to save up so they can be comfortable. I was like, I like that. I like that. And I think more people should do that more so than just like winging it. That's just my observation. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. Right? So this is this part, keeping the money. Like, some people are so they want to have that peace of mind of having money for a rainy day, having that security, being able to have control of what's happening with their money, being flexible, and I love it. And reducing anxiety and stress. Who wants to be stressed at this time of the year, or especially in the summer? Summer is the time when you want to be like, nice and dandy. And also, like, keeping money, you have more choices. You can get out of a scenario or situations that is not ideal in your life. So, like, keeping money makes sense and stuff, right? But there is also others that, like, they're too afraid to spend the money. Like I told you guys a story where one of my dad's friends, he was eating chicken back. He was constantly eating chicken back. And don't get me wrong, I was having chicken back the other day, but give me a little wing or something, or the rib. I'll do the rib. I would not always eat the chicken back. And I think that's because there's like, you guys, it's just the way how I feel with, like, it's like how I feel about the thigh with the fat. I can't. I think I remember the chicken, and I think it was really crispy. So yeah, can't do that. But yeah, being scarcity mindset sometimes is what happens when people are keeping money. So we want to be mindful about that, and not having a clear purpose of what you're saving for a rainy day, for emergency, for the future, and all that stuff. Sometimes you want to sit down and think, why are you saving this money? Or, like, which choices are you going to, not which choices, what is your plans with that money if you're saving it? And are you going to put it in somewhere where you're going to be able to accumulate interest or get, the ROI of what you're saving? Or are you just going to be miserable, right? So we want to think about that as well. What else? So unfortunately, I want to hit a reality, because sometimes with all this, now we have 4 things that we talked about. We talked about experiences, we talked about things, we've talked about buying back our time, or just saving the money. Which one do you think is going to work for you? Because I can't tell you actually which one is the best, because everyone's situation is different, right? Remember, personal finance, the reason why it's so interesting is because not any answer is going to be correct. So, like, let's go back to the question with $1,000. I give you $1,000. No. What are you going to do with that money? What are you doing with that? So think about it, and there's no wrong answer. Are you going to buy experience? Are you going to buy things? Are you going to buy back your time? Or are you going to keep the money for a rainy day? right? But realistically, I'll, it's not fun right now. The economy is not fun right now. Actually, I'm not even gonna say just here. Everything expensive. The fact that I asked how much is for cabbage and I was told 500 Jamaican. That's wild. That's wild. But I also know why that is happening. So I'm annoyed, but I'm not annoyed, right? Like food costs is rising, transportation, consumer debt. A lot of people are in debt. There's folks that have limited emergency savings. It's like anyone that goes into a situation. So say like if you had an emergency, would you be able to survive right now? Or would you be like, I have no savings, Cam? So that's like some things that we want to think about. We want to think about childcare, pick-me's. Pick-me's are expensive. Love them, but they're expensive. And this is, my nieces, nephews, and my adopted son. That's another story, y'all. Don't worry about that one. He knows who he is. We good. But seasonal expenses, like this time of the year, there is an event every freaking weekend. Guys, there was Taste of the Danforth, Jerk Fest, and Taco Fest last week. I couldn't go to all of them. Freaking this week, there's this waterfront night market. I want to go, but I can't based on just circumstances. And then CNE's coming. And we know when CNE hits, summer soon done. So like when it comes, like there's just so many expenses, right? And if you want to, God forbid, if you have to support family locally or internationally, like a barrel and everything, oh, my heart goes out to y'all, right? So like these are realities that we have to face, or whether you're in Canada or whether you're in the States, because the States is no better. Y'all have your healthcare, student loans. I think student loans were as much as a mortgage. Miras. And just, oh God, don't even get me started with ladies that have a child and they have to go back to work like within a couple weeks. So there's so many realities that we're facing at the moment. And like I could even talk about in Jamaica, there's a drought because of Hurricane Melissa, mashed down a lot of things. So it's expensive, right? So everyone in wherever they are, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the States, Jamaica, Europe, wherever, the reality is hitting. The reality is hitting everyone, and I'm hoping people are able to really think about like how to maneuver your money and things, and just taking one day at a time. Taking one day at a time as well, right? And also just like, and I also want to say this, before I judge anybody, there are so many factors when it comes to there is people's career, people's health, people's family, caregiving, children, prices of food, prices of everything. There's so many factors that we have to think about. So be kind to each other as well. Be kind. We all are dealing with something. Trust me. So just also be kind, and don't think. I'm not gonna say don't think. Just be kind to each other, because everyone's going through something, whether it's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. Let's just be kind. That's my 2 cents, right? But I also want to make a kind of have a solution. And how can you make a decision on which one is actually more important out of the four that we talked about? And I know there's like financial stress, health stress, whatever and stuff. But how do we make a decision? So I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to have like this. There's four ways that you can think about this. Okay. I want you to think about the value of something. Will this create joy? Will this create happiness? Will this solve a problem? Will this give me more anxiety? Will this give me financial security? This is the type of value that you want to be mindful about. What value, if I make this choice right now, how is it going to help or how is it going to hinder? I think a lot of people don't look at that often enough, and I think sometimes we need to. We can't just say YOLO all the time. we can't, right? Also, you want to think about the value duration, like how long will this benefit last? Example, I effing cried when I saw Missy Elliott. I was like, man, this concert is so amazing. I can't believe I'm here taking in all the music that she has made in my childhood, bringing back memories and stuff. I love this. And you know what I did after? I was still listening to her and having those good moments, or even looking at my phone like, man, that was a good concert. So like that experience, it doesn't just last that night that you go. I know someone that, like, they said going to a concert was so surreal. Because, these concerts or these days are wild. Yeah, it's tripping. But like that moment, right? Or like a laptop. How long is it? Y'all know my luck. If you don't know my luck, since my mom has passed, I have gone through 3 to 4 external hard drives and laptops. I know I'm the issue. I am actually the issue. It's not the laptop. I am the reason. That's why last time I had to get what is it? I had to get insurance on it if like it falls. And of course I dropped it the other day too. This really pissed me off, but I digress. How useful will your electronics be? Will this be here for a couple years, or as soon as a new S26, do I have to get a new one? No. Your laptop, your car, those type of things. How long will that benefit last you and stuff? Or how long is your savings going to last you? Is it going to help you if you were to lose your job? Knock on wood. Would it help keep you afloat for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 2 years? Think about that, right? And then when you want to think about other values, I feel like it's just saying the same. Same. Does this decision reflect what genuinely matters to you? Are you putting the things that actually matter into play? Sometimes we want to think, am I actually doing this because I want to do it, or because I'm putting on a show or doing a performance? That could be. Am I doing this to influence? Am I being influenced by social media, or am I being influenced by my peers, my loved ones and stuff? Is this the reason why I'm doing this? Am I trying to impress someone? I know you try to impress that person. You don't gotta impress them. I'm not gonna go. I heard another story. Um, I'm actually flabbergasted because I actually didn't know. I don't know. There's some ladies that are tripping right now. But there is also guys that are tripping too. But I actually seen a photo or like a conversation of someone right off the rip. Yo, beg you something. What? You don't know this dude. Why are you asking for money like that? But at the same time, maybe they're asking that question because sometimes, I'm not saying who I'm talking about is like that. They see that they're trying to oppress others. So yeah, boom, give me some money and stuff. I just think it's outrageous. No, no, I'm not gonna ask you for money like that. That's wild. Also values, like, is this aligning with your priorities, right? Um, is it your current ones or your future ones? Is it aligning and stuff? That's something that you want to be mindful of. This is the best question. If no one knew about this, would I still choose it? And most times, if you know me, I, mm, I do care about certain things. Sometimes I don't care though. I'm fighting for my life these days. My homie, he's just dragging me. And then the last one, vulnerability. And I like this. I like this because I think we have to actually really be mindful and see if, like, if I how is this decision, whether I'm buying experiences, buying things, buying back time, or saving, how will this help me with my financial situation? Like, what position is it going to put me in? And I need you guys to be honest. Hey, trust me, I'm honest for the most part. I am honest, but I don't speak my mind and stuff. So sometimes we have to just bite the bullet and be honest with ourselves, right? The vulnerability. Will I, if I do this, will I carry more debt? If I do this, will it hinder my emergency savings? Will it hinder my investments? If I decide to take this vacation now instead of saving, am I affecting my retirement? Is my future self being mad at me right now? Yes or no? Things like that. Or do I really need this? Can I delay it just for a little bit and stuff, right? So these are things that you want to think about. Again, $1,000. Think of these values. Think of the four V's decisions: value, value duration, values, and vulnerability. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's okay. It's okay. Come, give me a hug. It's okay. At the end of the day, when we have experiences, sometimes mostly to have those memories, have those stories to tell, have a personal growth. And listen, when I lived in Korea, that experience I can being in Korea was one of the best decisions for my life, and I will never regret going. I think the only thing I will regret is not investing when I was there because I could have done it. Oh, golly Bob. But my personal growth really was helpful there. Things, excitement. Buying things sometimes excitement. I mean, whenever I look at food, I get excited. But that's just like all gone, right? Time, getting back time, being that opportunity cost. Oh, opportunity costs, but beware of the cost of convenience at times, right? And then keeping it. Sometimes you want to be secured and be able to get out of situations when we have things saved, right? But you also want to enjoy your money at the same time. We want to also enjoy our money at the same time. So like, listen, the last thing I bought, I don't even remember, but I can remember most of my experiences. And I pray that I'll remember most of my experiences when I get older. But see this bad boy, I get to enjoy having a phone that will give me the ability to see my memories. I go back to my memories very often these days, and I'm like, So I appreciate that. But like, whether you want to buy things, buy experiences, buy back your time and stuff, or keep it for a rainy day, it's okay. It is okay, right? It's up to you. Whatever makes you happy and whatever makes sense to you and is not hindering you financially, do it. Rock with it and stuff. But yeah, this has been great, guys. But I have to get back to my responsibilities. But much love. I did miss you guys. I really, really missed you guys. I missed having internet. Oh my gosh, I miss having internet, but yo, it's okay. The food was way better than having internet, eh? So, till next time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and just tell me which I give you $1,000. What are you doing with that? Let me know. Okay. Until next time, I'm hopefully I'll be live next week. Ooh, probably not. I just remember what the 22nd. Yeah, probably won't be live. However, I will do my best to have an episode for y'all. Okay. So peace and love. Check on your friends that are caregivers. We are not okay. Check on your folks that are parents. They are not okay as well, because summer's almost done, and I know you're trying to keep those kids busy, right? And then keep an eye on your friends that are trying to be strong and stuff. Give them a hug. Give them a hug, some money, or an affordable experience. All right. Until next time, folks. Peace out.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.